tell if they're happy or enraged. But either way, it's good to have energy. Welcome back. I'm Chris Cuomo, joined by Bill O'Reilly, Stephen A. Smith, and we have a big special night for you here at NewsNation for a town hall to mark President Trump's first 100 days and to get a take on what the president said, what it means to us as a country. Democrat, legend, strategist, James Carville. It's good to see you, sir. The basic premise you heard from the president is we were getting killed on trade. Somebody had to do something. It's risky, but I'm all in for America.
Well, you know, as we're saying, hurricane country, he was speaking 200 words a minute with gusts up to 350 words a minute. But he sounded like a guy that lost 15 points on his job approval and is presiding over 3/10 minus negative economic growth. So he says we were losing $5 billion a day to trade. Okay. The market lost $5 trillion. Now, I'm just as Cajun math, but I think $5 trillion is more than $5 billion if I just take him at the word.
That's not a permanent loss, though. And well, you come back in a heartbeat.
So you may.
So what's
but if you lose, if it goes down 12% and then you come back 10, you're still down 2.
Then he loses the midterms.
We'll see. We'll see what happens in Virginia. We got plenty. We got plenty of football left to play.
Cuomo's question is, look, he's trying to right some wrongs, and when you do that, you're going to run into headwinds. You know that.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We had what the economists call the economy that was the envy of the world. Okay? Does anybody look at the U.S. economy now and say, we're the envy of the world? We've lost all of this market share. We have negative economic growth. We're installing a policy that hasn't worked yet and try to corn laws in England. And so we're starting a trade war that have no idea what he's doing. And now he's saying, well, maybe you're only going to get $2 for Christmas, and it might cost you a little bit more. Okay, well, I'm 80 years old, so I'm not worried about the price of dollars that much right now. But what's working here? Nothing.
So what would you do? What would you do?
Well, first thing, I would have never started a trade war.
Okay, so you're okay with $1 trillion going out more than comes in?
You know, a prosperous nation is always going to buy more from an unprosperous nation. We're always going to buy more T-shirts.
Right, so you're happy
well, let me finish, man.
No,
go ahead. I'm just giving you the rule of trade. We're going to always buy more T-shirts from Sri Lanka than Sri Lanka's going to buy Boeing aircraft from us. And the fact that you do have a trade deficit is an indication that you have a prosperous country and you buying things that come over here.
Okay, so you're fine with it. You're fine with the $1 trillion, and Biden was fine with it.
I'm not.
Because he didn't do anything.
Well, first of all, I am not fine with starting a trade war.
Okay.
That is an utter disaster.
Big gulf.
You know, when my guy was president, you know, I always tell people, what made y'all worse? The piece of the prosperity. There is not a single economic indicator where Democratic presidents do not massively overperform Republican presidents. You look me up, you check me out on every possible thing from GDP growth to job growth to stock market growth to anything you can think of, including deficits.
Does that include Joe Biden?
That Democratic presidents take any time frame you want. I have no idea why anyone that cares anything about the economy would ever vote for a Republican for president.
Jimmy, let's deal with what we're dealing with. Let's set the table with what the problem is, okay? Because I think that the space that's being made for Trump is that he's picking on the right problem. I'm not talking about trade. In this country, the fastest growing socioeconomic group is billionaires. This was a middle-class motivated country. I never liked that word. I think you should just say the majority. The imbalance is real. Okay? It's felt by people. It makes them angry. What do you do about it if not what Trump is doing? So Trump, you don't like what he's doing. What would you do because the issue beats you?
It's an excellent question. The first thing I would do is I would not extend these billionaires' tax cuts, and I would not pay for them by clobbering the middle class and the lower middle class by cutting Medicaid expenses, of which
he said he wasn't going to cut Medicaid.
Go watch the budget that's been submitted. It's already got 600. He said he was going to end the war.
There's nothing about cutting Medicaid in the budget.
Did he say or not say? Did he say I'm not? Did he say or not say I'm going to end the Ukraine war?
It's a bunch of bull, and you know it.
Can I?
No, you can't. You can't say it's in the budget. There's a Medicaid cut when there isn't.
Excuse me for
I thought
speaking
you
while
were
you were
the bouncer.
interrupting me.
I am. This is
Okay,
ridiculous.
can I
And
make
he
a
does
point?
it every night.
Can I make a point?
Yes, go ahead.
He was going to end the Ukraine war on day one.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you
It's
didn't say that?
absurd.
But
What did Biden do for 4 years in there? Nothing.
I didn't
drive
say
me
that.
nuts.
He said he was going to end the Ukraine
can't
war.
tell by your
Please
demeanor.
fact check me. Somebody look
Very
it up on
calm.
your cell phone. Did Trump say I'm going to end the Ukraine war on day one?
And I was
Hey,
gonna
if you-
wear an LSU T-shirt, but I'm not now.
You don't have to.
Can I ask a quick question?
We'll get over it. We
You
have
got to
two-
fight to
two
get into
Heisman
this.
Trophy
I'm not going
winners
to
last
fight.
5
James,
years.
gotta
can I ask
get
a quick
in.
question? I'm not asking as if I know the answer. I'm just
right.
asking you.
Good.
There's a $37 trillion deficit. Chicken's going to come home to roost. Eventually, the American
Eventually,
citizens going to have to pay
Chicken?
for it, whatever.
Correct.
The point that I'm asking is this. What level of culpability do you attach to the Democratic Party in contributing to that national debt?
Probably 35%. You can go
35 to 65?
Yeah, you can go back and look at deficit growth under Democratic presidents and deficit growth under Republican presidents. It's actually a figure that you can see. And you can look at it over 75 years,
Yeah.
you can look at it over 50 years, you can look at it over 25 years, in any time frame that you want. And I'm sorry, but they are facts out there. And they're indisputable. No one can dispute that. There's been volumes of research done on this. And right now, the extending these tax cuts are going to easily be $4.5 trillion. Easy. And then where are they going to get the money? It's a billionaire bailout. That's what they do it.
Or, thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.